Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. TV, John Atkins, joined as ever by the life coach, John David Bernard Bruno Chapman.
Certified? Yes, indeed.
And you are watching LDN Capital TV here on TWC Fight.
Cheer!
This is London.
These are dangerous days.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is over Spirit Rules. 6 3-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner. Introducing first on my right, hailing from Athens in Greece, weighing in at 13.5 stone, Yorgos Christopoulos. And his opponent on my left from Chelmsford in Essex, weighing in at 16 stone, Phil Powers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LDN and thank you for joining us. Now, unfortunately, we've had a bit of a change to the start of today's programming. We were scheduled to feature Yorgos versus Jason Sensation, a feud that has been brewing over several weeks of television. However, unfortunately, earlier today, we learnt that Jason Sensation was unable to compete due to medical problems. A lower back injury is keeping him from the ring. And Sanjay Bagga, being the heartwarming individual that he is, has suspended him without pay indefinitely. So, of course, we had to find a last-minute opponent for Yorgos, and therefore we have found him, Filthy Phil Powers. And as a result of this, we are going to face this contest in Spirit Rules, aka old-school British style. We're going to have a series of rounds to win, 2 pinfalls, or 2 submissions, or a single KO. Now the 2 men just warming up right now. This will be Phil Powers' first appearance on LDN Capital TV, however, do not be mistaken. This man is a British veteran, wrestled up and down the country, and with techniques like that, you can see what I'm referring to. Yorgos, meanwhile, has become a young darling of LDN Capital TV and has absolutely captured the hearts and imagination of the fans with his young, tenacious style and that fantastic wrestling technical ability. Yorgos right now trying to find the escape. There's the agility I was talking about. And oh, it was like he was going for the arm wringer, but instead flips down. Phil Powers, however, with a head scissors. Yorgos trying to nip out, but incapable to get out. This should prove to be an excellent contest and will most certainly measure Yorgos' ability in this style of contest. Oh, there's the roll through right there. Excellently done, and there's the headlock. But no, Phil Powers with that head scissors once more. On LDN Capital TV, Yorgos has had 1 loss and 1 victory in this style of contest. Let's see if he can actually get a few more W's in his bracket. And Phil Powers now isolating that shoulder. There's an arm wringer. And Yorgos fell down to the mat quite hard right there from that wrist lock being jammed into his shoulder. Oh, and Yorgos now trying to find escape, takes the leg, nicely done, and now isolates the ankle. Oh, Phil Powers quickly kicks Yorgos at bay. Filthy Phil Powers, always a great irritant to the fans at ringside. He got his filthy name because really he is a dirty, cheating and conniving man, and he's made a great success off the back of that. Well, Tries the lockup right there, and straight into the ropes, but Yorgos rolls straight onto his feet. Phil Powers will try his luck again. Yorgos, however, now turns the tables, tries to flip, but Phil Powers, however, he tried to take him down with the armbar, but Yorgos held on, and he's now got the armbar himself. Phil Powers kicking away, and again, back to the head scissors. Such a simple, academic maneuver, but it is allowing him to maintain control and the momentum of this contest. Yorgos now trying to force those legs to separate, and he does, and now isolates that leg. However, that's the end of the first round, and Yorgos will be forced to relinquish the hold, and whoa, Yorgos is just cutting into Phil Powers' face with that stare. A stare that says, mate, I had you.
Seconds out, round 2.
Well, we're now entering round 2.
Why don't you ask your missus, because she certainly knows who I am, yeah?
Lovely. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going into round 2 right now. Neither man have a fall to their name. Let's see who's going to take the first fall. Keep in mind that if we reach the end of this contest without a fall, it will result in a draw. Oh, and there's a pinfall tape there from Phil Powers, but Yorgos, however, rolls straight through, isolates the leg. Oh, and forces him over. Oh, and there's the kick out right there. Phil Powers able to bridge out, and Yorgos knowing exactly where he is with the hammerlock, keeping him in control. Oh! Well, Phil Powers getting very hot right now, and Yorgos just as temptating. And wait a minute now, Phil Powers, however, a couple of blind punches right there. Throws Yorgos off the rope. Oh! Huge shoulder bar there by Yorgos. Off the ropes, there's the leapfrog, off the ropes again. Goes for the hip toss. Oh, but Yorgos onto his feet. There's the reversal. Big drop kick, and Phil Powers is down a second. Phil Powers not quite sure where he is right now. There's the wrist lock, and Yorgos now has control once more. Oh, rolls through there, and wait, isolates the arm. Excellently done. He's now going for a Roman knuckle lock right there. Applying that pressure. That'll apply a fair bit of pressure onto the elbow joint, possibly the forearm as well. Ladies and gentlemen, later on today's show, we're going to see Project Future, the LDN Tag Team Champions, in action. And also Jon Ritchie will be in the house to address the fact that he recently stole the LDN British Championship belt of current champion Tex Benedict. But meanwhile, Yorgos now looks like he might have a Boston Crab, but no, setting up a catapult, and Phil Powers into the corner hard and falls back, and there's the roller, and it's tight, but Phil Powers able to kick out. Oh, and there's a kick there, clean to the ribs, and now to the back of the head. Well, Phil Powers is meaning all business right now. And Yorgos most definitely in a little bit of trouble right now. Well, Phil Powers is going for no standing 10 count. Yorgos up very quickly, however. Oh, and he kicks the leg out. Well, Phil Powers right now there with the front headlock. He kicked that leg out, and now he's isolated the neck. He is trying to keep Yorgos down, trying to make him fade. Yorgos trying to fight his way back onto his knees now. Oh, well, I don't know what that was about. It looks like he was viciously rubbing the bony part of his chin into the back there of Yorgos. Tying up, cinching up on the hole. Well, I'm not the referee, but it does look almost potentially like a chokehold. However, that's why the referee's in there to make sure it isn't. And there's the wrist lock there. And Phil Powers, Filthy Phil Powers looks like he was saved by the bell, literally in this case. Well, we're 2 rounds down. Yorgos, it's the same story each round. Yorgos is just picking up a little bit of steam. And then Phil Powers is saved by the bell and gives him another chance to get back on top when the third, well, as the third round now starts, he will have another chance to get back on top. Well, you can hear the sounds of the crowd. They feel that Filthy Phil Powers is a loser. I can assure you, if you were to look at his win-loss record over his entire career, one word you cannot use to describe him is loser. Oh, double knuckle Roman lock right there. And we see Phil Powers now with a crisscross hold there, right on the nerves. Well, Yorgos looks like he's trying to fight back to his feet, but no, Phil Powers ain't going to let him. Phil Powers has the leverage right here. You can see he is forcing Yorgos' the bony parts of Yorgos' wrists are being forced into those arteries that run along the side of the neck. Oh, and Yorgos finds his escape, and oh, Phil just flips through. And talk about turning the tables. And Phil Powers now trying to fight his way back to his feet. Yorgos has lost. Oh, he lost the momentum right there. Sorry, the leverage, I should say. Well, well, Phil Powers was teasing he was going to kick him. Oh, Yorgos with a quick roll through. 1, 2. And there was a kick out there by Phil Powers, and Phil Powers straight back to that leg again. Throws Yorgos out the corner. Yorgos with the reversal. Phil Powers over the top. Potential head scissors, but no, gets launched to the outside. And Phil Powers hits hard. And Yorgos now throws Phil Powers back into the ring. Well, Phil Powers now is being whipped. Oh, there's a kick to the midsection. Launch off the rope. Oh, it looks like he's going back body drop. But Yorgos, Colosseum cradle suplex. That's it. No escape whatsoever for Filthy Phil Powers. Out of nowhere, Yorgos got that double overhook, hit the Colosseum cradle suplex, beautifully executed, and Phil Powers finds himself 1 point behind. And Phil Powers, what a sore loser from behind, knees him with the point of the knee, and now we start round 4. Oh, T-bone suplex. Yorgos was just assaulted in between rounds. Phil Powers incensed that he got caught by some, in his mind, a young rookie, by a Colosseum suplex and off the ropes, stamped straight to the back of the head. This Phil Powers is just so aggressive. Oh, and another kick. Phil Powers has thrown the technical game out of the window, and this is now more of a legal mugging. Well, Phil Powers now looks like he's sending... Oh no, Yorgos! Yorgos just got absolutely hangmaned on that top rope there. And now Phil Powers off the top, all or nothing. See where he takes his. Phil Powers is measuring Yorgos. Oh, and a huge cannonball! Absolutely wiped out Yorgos. Oh, Yorgos barely kicked out. That senton was beautifully executed there by Phil Powers, and he goes for another pinfall attempt, but no, Yorgos bridges out. Oh, now Phil Powers applying that nerve hold and then straight into the reverse chin lock.
You shut up, you ugly little kid.
Oh, and there we see Phil Powers cinching on that hold again. Just absolutely driving it and shows no respect for his opponent. Drops the knee. Clean on the forehead. Phil Powers is trying to demand respect, and any man who knows him will no doubt give it to him. He has often earned respect from his opponents. However, tonight the fans are disparaging him, and he's taking out his frustrations and his anger on the various joints of Yorgos, whether it be his knee, whether it be his head, his neck, and there's another kick to the ribs. Phil Powers is such an angry man, and Yorgos now suffering from the effects of that high knee lift. It looks like Phil Powers now might be sensing for a surfboard here. If he can lock in this submission hold, you have to believe that Yorgos will be looking at a lot of pain unless he taps out, unless he submits and allows Phil Powers to equalize. Oh, there it is right there. And Yorgos is being stretched. The referee's asking him if he quits. Well, Phil Powers got it cinched up tight. The referee's right there, he's asking Yorgos. Yorgos will not quit. This will stretch the knees, the shoulders, the elbow points, possibly every part of the body. Join us after the break.
This is London. This is London.
Seconds away, round 5.
Well, here's the situation. Thank you for joining us after the break. We are now in round 5 of Yorgos versus Filthy Phil Powers. And although Yorgos is looking like the more hurt of the two competitors, please keep in mind that early in the contest, Yorgos successfully hit the Colosseum cradle and is 1-0 ahead. Phil Powers is playing catch-up. Well, Phil Powers now going to the top rope. Looks like he's ready to fly, possibly to end this and equalize this contest. Big leg drop. Oh, and Yorgos didn't get up that time. I thought Phil Powers was going to equalize when he hit that top rope senton. Just absolutely wiping out Yorgos. However, he actually got it, actually equalized using that leg drop that practically guillotined the head of Yorgos straight off his body. And as we go into the 6th round, it is Phil Powers who is looking the stronger of the two competitors, and I do fear that he might win this contest.
Seconds away for the 6th and final round.
Well, this is it. If the two men survive to the end of this round without another decision, it will result in a draw. However, Phil Powers is determined to win 2-1. And as you can see, when the bell went, he went straight for that knee. Like a shark to blood. He was there and he was accurate to the point. Oh, there's a chin breaker. Yorgos at the moment is being dismantled. Filthy Phil Powers has been alternating his attack from the knee joint and to the head and neck of Yorgos. Now, I know Yorgos, I've seen several of his matches. This kid does not know the meaning of the word I quit. He does not give up. His heart, frankly, is too big for his brain to cope. And he'll probably gut it out right to the very bitter end. Now, there's the body slam. He got scooped and he got dropped. Very untraditional for this type of match. We've not seen a lot of hold and counter hold. We've just seen Phil Powers bring a bullyish tactic to this contest. All in the name of victory. Looks like Phil Powers going for another leg drop. If he hits this, it's good night Vienna, but no! He hit so hard, he landed straight up again. And there's Yorgos kicking the keister now of Filthy Phil Powers. Yorgos looks like he's got a second wind. And Phil Powers just got put in a very precarious position. Well, Yorgos now launches out. Phil Powers, and he got crotched on the middle rope. With Yorgos now measuring him off the ropes. Big crossbody. Oh, and both men to the outside. Oh, and even an audience member got hurt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, both men are out. In these style of matches, British old school style, we do have count-outs. If both men get counted out, this will become a draw. Let's see if they get back into the ring and actually survive to see if we can have an outright winner. That was a nasty tumble to the outside. I mean, Yorgos with that cross body on Phil Powers. And oh, hang on. But hang on a minute. Yorgos survived the 10 count. He got back in the ring.
The winner of the match, Yorgos Christopoulos.
However, Phil Powers failed to make the 10 count. Yorgos wins. Yorgos has beaten an old school veteran 2-1. What a fantastic victory for the Athens Warrior.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for 1 fall, and this is a tag team contest. Introducing first from Bristol, at a total combined weight of 31 stone, the team of Gideon and Jekyll.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring right now is Jekyll and Gideon, and I'd like to welcome them to LDN as they come in here for an LDN tag team title shot against the current champions, the Neon Warriors, Project Future. And these two men, they're big, they're powerful. Will the heart and desire of Bobby Hostile and Ricardo Young survive to the end of this day?
And their opponents hail from Broxbourne in Hertfordshire and come to the ring at a total combined weight of 25 stone. They are the LDN Tag Team Champions, Bobby Hostile, Ricardo Young, Project Future.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match came about when earlier in LDN, courtesy of a clip from CSF, we saw Jekyll and Gideon defeat Tex Benedict and Ricky Hype in what was considered an exhibition cage match. However, LDN management could not ignore the significance of that victory and have said, hey, if you guys think you're good enough, come to LDN. We'll give you a tag team title shot against a real tag team in the form of Project Future. And you see the trophies in their hands. It was a huge, long, drawn-out war, but finally Project Future managed to overcome the Welsh Assembly and in the process take the premier tag team title here in the United Kingdom in the form of the LDN British Tag Team Championships. It's going to be raw power versus raw heart. And let's see if the LDN boys can keep the gold here tonight. Already, the LDN faithful are getting on the case of Jekyll and Gideon. It looks like both men, well, I'm not sure who's going to start this. It looks like all four men are having a few words. This is obviously quite heated. I mean, what a statement Jekyll and Gideon will be making if in their first LDN match, they actually take the LDN Tag Team Championship. And there's an absolute slap war going on here. Whips off the ropes. Oh, the clothesline was done. Oh, double drop kick by the Neon Warriors. And Project Future are on top. Join us after the break.
This is London. This is London.
We'll join the advert break. Both teams were just sort of warming to each other. A little bit of wrestling. And now we find ourselves, still in a bit of a dead heat. As I mentioned earlier, Gideon Jekyll, very strong, very powerful. Much like the Welsh Assembly, who Project Future were able to defeat, in fact. Oh, and he missed that big lariat. And there's Ricardo Young with that arm drag. And there's another. And Jekyll was being taken for a ride right there. He's being ridden like some sort of pony, I suppose, all over that mat. Now tying out that armbar. And he brings Jekyll up. Just forces that arm round into an ugly posture. Well, there's Ricardo Young showing quite a sadistic side of himself, driving his opponent into that corner post. And it looks like Bobby Hostile is going to be tagged in. Oh, this is old school Project Future right here. Off the ropes once, off the ropes twice. Leapfrog onto that arm. And it's such a sound tactic there of Project Future. Isolate a single opponent and work on a single appendage. Nice leg drop right there. Bobby Hostile trying to force that arm where it does not belong. And meanwhile, Gideon is trying to find the tag, but he's just a little bit too far off over there. Overhead wrist lock now by Bobby Hostile. That's the wrong corner if you're going to be Jekyll or Gideon. And now Ricardo Young is coming in. He's at the top and drops it on the shoulder point. Jekyll felt that, and now the hammerlock. Ricardo Young drives the knee down. Referee's there to make sure if there's a submission. And, well, there's the rope, and Ricardo Young will back off. Unusual mistake for Ricardo Young to make. Not the sort of chap to make mistakes of that nature. You can see that Jekyll there was favouring that arm. Oh, it looks like Ricardo Young was going to try and take him down to the ground, and successfully does. Project Future now, with that technical ability. Ricardo Young, beautifully executed suplex. Nicely done, nice curve, nice arc. However, far too close to the ropes, and Ricardo Young struggling to bring the bigger guy a little further out. Again, we've seen this. Electric chair drop. There's 10,000 volts there at least, but Jekyll was able to kick out. Of course, the upside of this tactic is that you're isolating one man. You're dishing out a lot more punishment on that single individual. But I'll tell you one thing, if Gideon gets in, then it will be trouble for Project Future. And that was sort of like some modified Urinachi, but he picked him up from the gut and absolutely drop-tackled him. That was brutal. It was just that one super drop tackle that's going to allow the advantage to switch over. And I suspect we're going to see a tag here. Well, here we go. Here comes Gideon. He's a fresh man, and Bobby Hostile looks like he might potentially be victimized here. Oh, and look at this. Submission hold right here. It's like he's trying to separate the shoulder point joints there. And Gideon, an absolute submission monster here. He's isolated the legs there and just kicking away at the ribs. Oh, what a visage that was. A face not even a mother could love. Well, Gideon now off the ropes, and Bobby Hostile, oh, eats elbow. Elbow clean into the breastbone right there. And you can see Bobby Hostile in a lot of pain. I'd hate to see happen to Project Future what happened to Ricky Hype. And of course, our own champion Tex Benedict, when they faced these two in a huge steel cage war. And look at this, these dirty tactics right here. Gideon and Jekyll absolutely mauling away at Bobby Hostile, and with that gut-wrench suplex, Bobby Hostile is feeling the burn, to say the least. Well, the LDN faithful letting the referee know that they're cheats. Unfortunately, the referee has to see it if he's gonna call it. Bobby Hostile managed to find a little bit of energy right here, a little bit of coal for the fire. He's now going up top. Oh, wait. Gideon now absolutely caught him in mid-air, and look at, whoa, raw strength, raw power, I don't know what you'd call that. Some sort of gut buster. Gideon is as strong as he is ugly. And now wraps the submission up on Bobby Hostile. Well, there we see the tactics being employed by Gideon and Jekyll. Gideon is in there with Bobby Hostile. He had that painful submission hold and now grabs him. And it looks like he's just going to squeeze the life out of him with this big bear hug. Well, there's the tag right there, and Jekyll's coming in. Looks like they're talking tactics. And I think they're signaling. Oh, there's a big suplex. And again, we're going to see that gutbuster variety. I swear Bobby Hostile's going to pass his own intestinal tract at this rate. Well, there's the pinfall. 2. And Hostile able to kick out.
Come on. Come on, Bobby. Come on. Bobby! Bobby! Bobby!
The fans are invoking the spirit of Bobby to come save Project Future's chances. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the LDN British Tag Team Championships are on the line. Gideon and Jekyll earning this opportunity in what many consider a huge upset victory in a steel cage with Ricky Hank and Tex Benedict. They earned this opportunity. Are they going to make the most of it? And with these sort of tactics behind the referee, choking out Bobby Hostile, they are making the most of it. Oh, Bobby Hostile just being forced into that corner, and now he's picked up, and no rest for this poor lamb of a lad as Gideon and Jekyll make the tag. Well, here comes Gideon, slingshots in. There's a splash. Gideon only able to get the 2. Frustrated, tags back in Jekyll. Sound strategy. And it looks like Gideon and Jekyll are preparing for double kicks right there. No! Bobby Hostile will sandwich between boot leather, but still is able to kick out. Oh, he's just holding him by the ear and then throwing those knees clean into the midsection. And there's another one. Jekyll just absolutely powerhousing in there. Well, there's the referee there, warning Gideon to stay back. He's not the legal man. He shouldn't be getting involved. Textbook suplex with a stall. The blood will be rushing to Bobby Hostile's head right now. Oh, and drops him down. You can't help but look at Bobby Hostile and feel his pain. And you always want the match to be over for him, but Project Future are always in it till the end. Well, there's the LDN faithful getting behind Bobby Hostile here tonight. Off the rope, big hip toss, it was blocked. Oh wait, Bobby Hostile finding the back door, ducks the clothesline. I doubt you get a German suplex on him, mate. Oh, and look at that, an absolute blind shot. Bobby Hostile, victim of a turbine suplex. That has to be it. That has to be... No way. Bobby Hostile was able to kick out despite being turned inside and out, courtesy of a Jekyll turbine suplex. He's got that single underhook right there, and he tags in his partner Gideon. Gideon with a clean shot to the ribcage. And again, this time it's Jekyll who gets the free shot. And now they've got him in the corner. Oh, Bobby Hostile fighting to save his life. Look at this, he's taken on both members. Oh, and there's the tag. That was a costly mistake there by the team of Gideon and Jekyll. Ricardo Young, big back elbow out of the corner, and another. Ricardo Young is directing the power here, and look at this kick to the midsection. Oh, Gideon and Jekyll. Looks like they're going to military press Project Future, but no. Ricardo Young able to get out of it. Drop kicks him out of the ring. Oh, and Gideon now just got Hangman over that top rope and then tripped. Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to see the Future Shock? Ricardo Young, Bobby Hostile, the Future Shock. Unless Jekyll can get back in the ring. Well, that's it. What a showcase for the LDN British Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, Project Future.
Now you gotta believe with Gideon Jekyll now having been dispatched, who's next in line for Project Future? Who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. Coming up next, we're going to be speaking to Jon Ritchie in regards to his recent theft of the LDN British Championship.
This is London. This is London.
Well, coming out right now, ladies and gentlemen, do not be fooled by the title belt. This is not the LDN British Champion. This is Jon Ritchie, a man who stole the LDN British Championship off of Tex Benedict after he successfully defended it in a grueling contest against SOS Sheamus O'Shaughnessy.
Who's the last loser you knew? Wore a champion's belt, son. You don't know one. You don't know one. Don't tell me. Listen, when I was first brought here to LDN, everybody thought I was going to be a knockoff. But no, many injuries and many defeats later, I'm still here, the victor. And you know what I am now? British champion. British champion.
People, please remember, he is not the British champion. He has merely stolen the championship belt off the current champion, Tex Benedict.
I'm the real deal. This is the real British championship, and I'm the real British champion. Yes, I did have to batter the little yank. No problem. He knows who's beaten. I'll beat him again, no worries. Now, I've heard that there's little doubts. Oh, he can't wrestle, he can't fight. I can't fight. I left an open challenge here today. There's some little boy wants to take him on. Bring him out, you tartling. Bring him out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise for Jon Ritchie. He recently stole the LDN British Championship belt off of the real LDN British champion, Tex Benedict. Now, despite the fact that Mike Mendoza is the official #1 contender to that championship, LDN management have decided at Tex Benedict's request that next week on LDN Capital TV, it will be Tex Benedict, the LDN British champion, versus Jon Ritchie, the man who has the belt. It will be championship versus belt next week here on LDN Capital TV. But we're going to end this week's show with an exhibition from Jon Ritchie, who issued an open challenge to any man in the back who wanted to have a crack at him. Ladies and gentlemen, Jon Ritchie's opponent for tonight is he hasn't had many professional matches under his belt. This is Matt Hartlett. Matt Hartlett, I don't fancy his chances. He's obviously in great shape, but Jon Ritchie, we call him Notorious Jon Ritchie, and there is a reason for that. This is a man who, in his very first LDN contest, broke the ankle of his opponent. An opponent who, I might add, is roughly the same size, weight, and athletic ability of Matt Hartlett. Well, Matt Hartlett may be dancing away from Jon Ritchie. And this kid's got a lot of guts getting in the ring with someone as ruthless as Jon Ritchie. This is a man who's former amateur boxer He's also wrestled during the World of Sport era several times, and he recently re-emerged to reclaim what he feels is his, and that's a British Championship. Though he has not managed to do that, he will have his opportunity next week when he takes on Tex Benedict for the LDN British Championship. Oh, Matt Hartlett manages to trip the old man up. Though, from my personal experience watching Jon Ritchie compete, I will put that down to a fluke. I've got to believe that Jon Ritchie will be looking for a mat game here as he takes on Matt Hartlett, who no doubt will probably have some kind of new school mentality. Anyway, here's the lockup, and now Jon Ritchie forces Matt Hartlett down to the mat. He's got the arm locked, he's got the head lock, he's got the Roman knuckle lock right there. Butcher's hook, I should have apologized, Butcher's hook, let's get the terminology right. Anyway, he gets thrown over to the ropes, but Jon Ritchie able to get the bottom rope straight away. Well, the fans are definitely on the side of Matt Hartlett here tonight. Not sure how that's going to help him. Again, Hartlett and Richie getting ready to lock up right here, and there's the collar elbow tie up. And now, oh, Jon Ritchie forces his opponent down to the mat, and he's got the arm barred, he's got the waist lock. Matt Hartlett trying to stay on his knees. He does not want to be forced down to the ground. Oh, and Matt Hartlett just flipped Jon Ritchie over onto his back. I think Jon Ritchie is quietly impressed with this kid. He's certainly putting up a little bit of fight. I know if it was me in there, I'd probably be nuts by now. I'd probably have my arm broke or something. This Matt Hartlett kid, he's hanging in there. There you go, Jon Ritchie now. He's isolated the wrist right there. Oh, it takes him down. Fireman carry, excellently done. Oh, he's isolated the arm there. And there's the body scissors. And now just absolutely driving the forearm in there. And he stretched over it and Hartlett taps. Hartlett taps. That's it. That's all it took. Jon Ritchie just needed to get a good grasp on his opponent and force the submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by submission, the notorious Mr. Jon Ritchie.
Well, Jon Ritchie will face a much harder challenge when he takes on the man who he stole the championship belt off.
I might have told you I was a bad man, but I'm a good man enough. I'm a good fighter. That's who I am.
Notorious Jon Ritchie is most definitely a dangerous man. Well, as mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, next week, the #1 contender to the LDN British Championship, Mike Mendoza, will take on the man who feels he should be the champion in Chris Wilde. Also, it's going to be championship belt versus championship when Jon Ritchie finally takes on the LDN British champion, Tex Benedict.